Who is infamous Jeopardy? Announcer Johnny Gilbert. Fans often see what is in front of the camera, and the ones behind the lens seldom receive due recognition. Similarly, the late Alex Trebek was the face of Jeopardy. Yet, Johnny Gilbert has been the voice of the game show since 1984. The legendary announcer was formerly a nightclub singer and entertainer. Jeopardy. Announcer Johnny Gilbert was in the church choir before he started working as an announcer and audience host for Jeopardy. He did the same multiple game shows, some even dating as early as the 1950s. Born in Newport News, Virginia, the 94-year-old started performing as a singer ever since he was young in his hometown's Lutheran church choir. Even though his parents had never worked in the theatrical profession, his grandmother was also a church singer. Apart from his interest in singing, he also started working as an MC where he developed skills for walking on stage, public speaking, and ways to keep the crowd engaged with stories and jokes. As per The Sun, his first stint as a host started with the William Morris Agency in 1958 with Music Bingo. The show first aired on NBC and then on ABC, running for 3 years of a successful run. His popularity as a host on the show led him to record several singles and an album as well. Jeopardy! Johnny Gilbert also hosted The Price is Right. In 1963, the announcer was selected by Mark Goodson to replace Don Pardo in The Price is Right after its big move from NBC to ABC. He also hosted the show in Bill Collins' absence. After Jeopardy! Was reintroduced on TV in 1984 with Alex Trebek as the host, he convinced Merv Griffin to bring on board Gilbert as the announcer. Ever since, Gilbert holds the role of the announcer and audience host on Jeopardy! In his latest interview, the legendary announcer revealed an unexpected friendship with the late A-lister. After Jeopardy! Season 38 wrapped on July 31, 2022, and then Mayim Bialik and Ken Jennings were announced as the permanent hosts of the game show. While the filming is on for Season 39, which is slated to premiere on September 12, 2022, the Treasure Trivia Show has introduced a new weekly podcast, Inside Jeopardy! Gilbert talks about his friendship with late Betty White. On Monday, Johnny appeared as a guest on the show. The announcer shared his story with host Sarah Foss, a former Clue Crew member and Jeopardy's producer. Talking about how he landed the job in the game show and about Alex's involvement, he said, Johnny also revealed his friendship with the late Betty White. This friendship happened outside of Jeopardy! Talking about the late legend, he said, "Oh God, yeah, Betty White. We met on $25,000 Pyramid. She and Bob Stewart were very close friends. Bob was the creator of the show. So whenever there was a party or anything, I was always invited, and Betty was always there. We got to be really good friends." Johnny has no doubt been among the most recognizable voices in TV's history. Did you know these facts about Johnny Gilbert? Share your thoughts in the comments. Johnny Gilbert, born John Lewis Gilbert III on July 13, 1928, in Newport News, Virginia, is a legendary figure in American television, best known as the iconic voice behind the quiz show Jeopardy! Since its revival in 1984, his signature opening line, "This is Jeopardy!" has become synonymous with the show, marking the beginning of over 9,000 episodes. Gilbert's journey into entertainment began as a young choir boy, eventually leading him to pursue a career as a nightclub singer. His talents extended beyond singing. He served in the U.S. Army 7th Army Special Services, performing in productions like Xanadu, the Marco Polo musical during his military tenure. Transitioning to television in the late 1950s, Gilbert hosted and announced various game shows, including Music Bingo, Beat the Odds, and The Price is Right. His versatility and charisma made him a sought-after personality in the game show circuit. In 1984, when Merv Griffin decided to reintroduce Jeopardy! To television, host Alex Trebek recommended Gilbert for the announcer role. This partnership proved enduring, with Gilbert becoming a staple of the show alongside Trebek. Even after Trebek's passing in 2020, Gilbert continued his role, adapting to remote work during the COVID-19 pandemic by recording announcements from a home studio. Gilbert's contributions have been recognized with a Guinness World Record for the longest career as a game show announcer for a single show. In 2024, he celebrated the 9,000th episode of Jeopardy! Receiving a standing ovation and a custom cake in his likeness, highlighting his enduring presence and impact on the show. At 96 years old, Johnny Gilbert remains a beloved figure in television, his voice continuing to resonate with audiences and symbolizing the enduring legacy of Jeopardy!